Carl. You really surprised me just now. I never imagined in a million years you'd announce the marriage like that.
Sorry to get you all together at such a busy period in the morning, Miss Martin. But today was the only day I was able to make the announcement at work. Apologies to trouble you over my personal affairs, but I wanted everybody to know.
Oh, don't be silly, Carl. You don't have to be so formal and stiff around me. Just call me Betty, like always.
Huh? But I always call you Miss Martin. I guess I don't mind calling you Betty, though. One other thing. I'd appreciate if you wouldn't message me so much while we're at work. It's kind of a distraction from my job.
I don't see the problem. That's just how we are together, right? Anyway, it's almost your break time. Don't be such a spoil sport.
I still have another 30 minutes left until my break.
But wow, Carl. I was really shocked when you made the announcement in front of everyone like that. I must admit, though, I did feel a teeny weeny bit embarrassed.
Well, I was announcing my wedding. It'd be weird if I didn't do it in front of everyone. I'm gonna be real busy with preparations for the ceremony from now on, so I had to get it done this morning.
Wow. You're already making preparations for the wedding? I love how proactive you are. But really, to think you'd get started on the preparations without telling me.
We haven't decided on a day, so I haven't told work about that yet. We plan on going on honeymoon too. So I'll most likely be taking a fair bit of time off after the wedding. I'm really sorry if you guys feel an increase in the workload while I'm not around.
Wow, a honeymoon too? Baby, I had no idea you thought so much of me. I feel like a special lady right now. I accept. The answer is yes. Thank you for proposing to me. I will hereby be known as Betty Butler. Let's be happy together, baby.
What the... Wait, what? What are you talking about?
From here on out, I'm no longer Betty Martin. Starting from today, my name is Betty Butler. Your darling. I don't mind if it's only in private, but please call me Betty from now on, okay?
Huh? What is this? What do you mean?
Your wedding announcement was a way of proposing to me in secret, right? Things could get awkward at work for us at work if we came out. The questions would be never-ending. I think you made the right decision. It's much better this way, at least for now. You really are so thoughtful. I love that about you. But really, darling, even if you just told everyone the truth, my feelings for you wouldn't change. My heart is yours forever and always. To tell you the truth, I would have preferred a more romantic proposal. A special moment beneath the stars in a garden of some French restaurant with a relaxed, laid-back atmosphere and a breathtaking nighttime landscape view of the city. But wow, to propose to me at work in front of everyone like that was so bold. You have testicles like bowling balls, Carl. I think I'm even hotter for you now.
What? Sorry, Betty, but I really don't know what you mean by any of this. Please, could you explain? You think I proposed to you? What makes you say that?
Don't talk silly. I'm your fiancé, right?
Huh? You are?
You did say me and my longtime girlfriends are finally gonna tie the knot, didn't you? That girlfriend is me, right? We've been dating for a whole 3 years now. The best 3 years of my life.
No. What are you saying? You can't be serious. You've got it all wrong. I don't know why you think that, but you're wrong. My fiancé is someone else. You and I aren't getting married? What kind of mental gymnastics have you been pulling to convince yourself of this? Did you think we were dating this whole time?
Oh, darling, you don't need to be shy or embarrassed around me. I remember the day you got transferred to my department 3 years ago like it was yesterday. I remember how you confessed your love to me with your intense, loving gaze. I won't let you say you forgot, baby.
What? I seriously don't understand what you're talking about! I don't remember looking at you like that! Besides, what does confessing my love to you with my gaze mean? Is that even possible?
You're so cute when you get all flustered. Don't be shy, darling. I already know how you feel. Let's start making preparations for the wedding this weekend. Just the two of us, okay? Oh, that reminds me. I have to hand in my resignation. I'll get it done before the end of today, so just hold on, baby. I'm gonna be your stay-at-home housewife. I'll see you on dinner break, baby. Speak later.
Wait! Betty! Excuse me. Does this number belong to a Mr. Carl Butler? Yeah, that's me. Who's this? My name's Albert Martin. I'm Betty Martin's husband. What? Betty's husband? She's married? That's right, she is. There are a couple of things I'd like to ask you, Carl. I got your phone number from a business card of yours I found under my wife's pillow. Allow me to get straight to the point. Are you my wife's lover? What? Her lover? The thing is, Betty handed me some divorce papers as I was eating my roast potatoes this evening. I practically spat my coffee out all over the table. She told me a certain Carl Butler had proposed to her at work, and that she intends to marry him. She made it very clear that the reason she was divorcing me was so she could be with you. Wrong! I'm just her co-worker! All the stuff you just mentioned about me proposing to her is wrong! She's making a huge misunderstanding! A misunderstanding? What do you mean by that? It's true, I did announce my engagement at work today, but I obviously wasn't proposing to your wife. My fiancée is someone else. Somehow, Betty managed to convince herself my engagement announcement was in fact a way of secretly proposing to her, and she started sending me all these weird messages. She won't leave me alone. I'm starting to wonder if this is what it feels like to have a stalker. She won't leave you alone? All day at work, she kept sending me messages asking about what kind of wedding we're gonna have, who we'll invite, where we're going on honeymoon, plus plenty of other crazy stuff. On our dinner break, she threw the lunchbox my fiancé made me all over the floor and forced me to share hers with her. She's been going around telling people at work she and I are engaged, and somehow even has the phone numbers of my out-of-work friends, who she keeps calling to announce the news. I tried to slip out of the office quickly without her noticing, but she was waiting behind a car outside and followed me all the way home. I know! I'll send you screenshots of our chat logs. I feel awful about being accused of cheating. I want you to know it isn't true. No, it's okay. I merely wanted to hear your side of the story. I'm not accusing you of anything. I had some suspicions this might have been the case. To tell you the truth, something similar happened with my wife a few years ago. It looked as though she was about to be taken to court on stalking charges at one point. I couldn't help but feel this might be the same kind of behavior rearing its ugly head again. I'm so sorry for all the trouble my wife has caused you. Really? I had no idea about that. Sorry to bring this up, but there's more than a 30-year age gap between me and your wife. To tell you the truth, to have a woman old enough to be my mother obsessing over me and harassing me with creepy remarks makes me super uncomfortable. My attempts at rejecting her fall on deaf ears. There's just no talking to her. It's almost like I'm talking to a brick wall. If things carry on at this rate, I'm really worried she might start going after my fiancé, and the thought of her getting hurt, I'm actually pretty terrified. I truly am sorry for everything my wife's put you through, Carl. To think you're so young, too. No, I'm the one who should be apologizing. I feel awful that your wife divorced you because of me. Actually, I think after all that's happened, it's finally time. I'll be going through with the divorce. Huh? My patience has reached its limit. I've reached the point where I have to accept it. She's beyond help. There's only so much one man can take. You know how I said she nearly got taken to court on stalking charges before? The only reason she didn't is because I settled with them out of court, paying the compensation out of my own pocket. I can't afford to take another hit like that because of my wife's behavior, mentally or financially. I made excuses for her and looked the other way the first time because she was my wife, and I loved her. But to think she's back up to her old tricks, it's exactly the same as before. I can't go through this again. I think divorcing is for the best if that's what you want. But don't you think there's a chance she might get even worse afterwards? She might feel like she's been liberated from the only thing holding her back and escalate. Of course. Don't worry. I won't just be washing my hands of her and letting her do whatever she wants. I'll be taking decisive measures to make absolutely certain she never causes you any trouble ever again. Rest at ease, young man. This regrettable little episode will all be over soon. What do you mean by decisive measures? If it's okay with you, I'd really appreciate if you let me know. Ah, yes, certainly.
Carl! I handed it in first thing this morning. My resignation. I have lots of holiday to use up before my last day, so you won't see me around the office again after tomorrow. I've already started getting my things together, and I'll be moving into your place over the next few days.
Miss Martin, I don't know how many times I have to tell you this, but you and I are not engaged. My fiancé is someone else.
Don't be shy, sweetie. We're already a couple, you silly Billy.
No, we are not. Let me make this crystal clear. You and I are not together, and you're causing me so many problems. You've got no idea. If you don't cut this out soon, I'm gonna report you to the police for stalking me. Do you really want to have to pay compensation again? You'll go to court for real this time.
Huh? Wait, how? How do you know about the compensation?
I got a message from your husband last night. He told me all about how this isn't your first time doing something like this. And it got so bad before that you almost got taken to court. You obviously didn't learn your lesson. Do you want me to file charges too? I swear I'll do it.
He told you? That traitor! It's all lies! Hateful lies! He's just jealous, baby! I'm no cheater! How could I cheat if my heart has only ever belonged to you, Carl?
I don't want it! You can have it back! Anyway, if you don't stop harassing me, I'm reporting you to the police and filing stalking charges! You're creeping the hell out of me, and I'm more stressed than I've been in years! I'm barely eating, and it's messing with my sleep!
How could you say such things? Stop it! Are you saying the announcement you made the other day in front of the whole office was a lie?
No, I'm saying it was never directed at you in the first place! You and I aren't getting married, and we never will!
Please, Carl, marry me! I'm divorcing my husband for you!
Yeah, I know. He said he's committed to going ahead with it too. He also said he intends to sue you for damages.
Huh? Damages?
The settlement money from your last stalking episode. He paid your victim off so you wouldn't get taken to court, didn't he? He said he's taking you to court over it. To quote the man himself, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Looks like you won't be getting away with it this time. He intends to sue you for damages while you go through the divorce proceedings.
Wait! That's ancient history! How could he do that? It's hardly fair to sue me over something that happened such a long time ago!
That's for you and him to discuss. I couldn't possibly comment. You and I are strangers, and it's not my problem.
Strangers? We're set to be married, Carl! Your words are cruel and they hurt me!
We are not getting married! Not now, not next week, not next month, not next year, not ever! We're strangers!
We're not getting married? This can't be happening! Why are you telling me all of this now all of a sudden?
What? Are you serious? How many times have I told you by now? I'm marrying someone else! How is it even possible that you're only just noticing now? Has your husband divorcing you brought you back down to reality?
Isn't it obvious? If we don't get married... I just handed in my resignation for nothing! I was supposed to be your stay-at-home housewife! The boss already finalized the proceedings! Ah!
That's not my problem. You're the one who went off and handed in your resignation based on the most ridiculous misunderstanding in human history!
No, this can't be real! I have to cancel my resignation! They have to reverse it somehow! I need to go see HR right now!
Before you do, please deal with the customers on their way to see you.
Huh? Customers?
That's right. Think of it as your final job at this company. Your parents are on their way to the office.
What? My parents?
Apparently, your husband called them out yesterday to ensure you never go causing anyone trouble like this ever again. On top of divorcing you, he made arrangements for your parents to take you in.
What? No!
I heard from your husband about how your dad's a super strict ex-military man. Is that right? He said something about your mom being the kind of woman you absolutely do not want to get on the wrong side of, too. Here's the worst part. Apparently, she flipped out when your husband explained what you've been up to, including what you're doing to me now and the time you nearly got taken to court. Between the expletives, he's pretty sure he heard her say you're going back to the family home where they can keep a watchful eye on you.
What? No! Please make it stop! Carl!
I'm sorry, but this is way beyond my pay grade. I wouldn't be able to make it stop even if I wanted to. Please discuss things as a family from here on out.
Please wait! You have no idea how bad this is! Me and my parents never got along! I can't go back there! I can't! I'm begging you, send them back, please!
I can hardly go sending them back. When they've gone to such trouble to come out from such a long way away, that would just be rude.
Carl, please, I'll do anything! I'm so sorry for yesterday! I'm so sorry for everything!
Not my problem. Hey, I think that's your parents pulling up in the car park now. Good luck with everything. Something tells me we'll never be seeing each other again. After that, I put in a sneaky word with the boss, preventing Betty's attempt at withdrawing her resignation. Then, ensuring she had no means of escaping her fate, I escorted her to her parents in the car park. Despite her mom and dad both being in their 70s, they seemed super fit and energetic. And I knew what Albert had meant by her dad being a strict ex-military man the moment I laid eyes on him. The pair of them grabbed their daughter by the scruff of the neck and drove off after literally dragging her into the car. 2 days later, her mom and dad came back to the office. They apologized profusely for the reign of terror their daughter had subjected me to, and gave me some money by way of saying sorry. Due to the circumstances, the judge declared Betty's husband would be entitled to all of her assets in the divorce, and he came out of the marriage with a tidy sum of money. Betty herself was taken far, far away, back to her parents' house, where she was forced to undergo a strict regimen of re-education. It's crazy when you think about it. A woman in her 50s having to be redisciplined by her elderly parents? I'm so dumbfounded, I have no words.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Hey, Sandy! Can't remember the last time we talked. I guess it's been close to 7 years. A long time ago, but strangely short. Kinda weird.
Excuse me? Who is this?
Come on, Sandy! It's me, Warren! I guess my ID changed so you didn't recognize me.
Huh?
Warren! Come on! You know! Your ex-boyfriend? Wait a sec. Maybe I got that wrong. Maybe I should have said, your former lover. Ha ha ha!
Are you having a mental breakdown? That doesn't seem to be very important, so goodbye.
Hey, wait up! This is important. You shouldn't jump to conclusions like that.
Okay, so what's this about?
Well, I thought I would give you another chance. Get back together again.
Huh?
See what I mean? Very important.
I just can't see it.
What?
7 years ago. As I recall, it was when I was 26 and you said kinda iffy dating a girl approaching 30, lol. And wasn't it you who dropped me and went for that 18-year-old?
Oh, yeah. Well, I was pretty young back then.
You're 5 years older than me. You are delusional.
A guy's age is different from a woman's. A guy in his 30s is in his prime. A woman in her 30s, well, you know.
Then why do you want to get back together with me? Right now, I'm way over your prime. I'm 33 heading into the mid-30s range. Really not for you. I hope you're not thinking that suddenly I stopped aging at 26 or something.
Come on, I'm not that delusional. Man, you never change with your snappy comebacks. Brings back memories.
Are we all done here?
Hey, wait a second. What are you saying?
I'm not getting back together with you, so our little conversation is over, is what I'm saying.
Please, just wait. It's been so long. Least you can do is indulge me for just a bit longer.
I really don't have time for this.
Come on, have a little spirit. You should let yourself go and let these wonderful memories carry you to nostalgic paradise.
You really do have a screw loose.
Huh? That's not a very nice thing to say. Oh well. That's what I like about you, Sandy.
Maybe more than one screw.
Oh yeah. After you broke up with me, you got transferred, right? I heard you got assigned to the headquarters in New York.
Yeah, what's that got to do with anything?
Well, me too. I moved to New York with that girl. You know, the 18-year-old.
Yeah, I know.
Figured you would.
Obvious, isn't it? I was working on the same floor and you guys worked in the section right next door. That young girl, wasn't her name Leslie? You said you guys were headed to New York with love or some such nonsense. I remember you guys all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, prancing over to the boss and submitting your resignations. I'm positive I saw a rainbow and endless fields of flower around you idiots.
Is that right? Wow, I didn't realize we looked so happy.
Actually, it was the worst cringe fest imaginable.
I see. Wow, I didn't realize. You were all so envious of us. But sorry about that.
Right. Actually, I'm putting on my best Cruella de Vil act.
I get the impression you missed me. Just could not forget me, right?
I just eyed-rolled so hard, I think I hurt myself. That hokey-pokey attitude you took when you handed in your resignation was uncalled for.
Yeah, well, I was pretty young at the time.
Yeah, you were 31. Not exactly a fresh-faced kid.
Come on, give me a break. That's all in the past. I've grown up since then. Rest assured.
You know, I really don't care one way or another what you're doing now.
Don't be so grumpy. I never grow tired of your creative comebacks, but I can just see that grumpy face right now. So cute.
What do you want?
Huh?
What's the reason you contacted me?
Reason?
You do realize it's been 7 years. We split up because of infatuation with age, and I'm 33 years old now. And you want to get back together.
I just can't get my head around what you want from me.
Yeah, well, I suppose I got a little fed up with young girls. For one, we just can't seem to communicate on the same level. Plus, our values, financial and otherwise, are just not on the same wavelength. But what's more, she cheated on me.
Oh, I see.
Well, Leslie said she wants a younger guy, better looking. She says I'm too old for doing you know what.
Oh, yeah? Leslie is, what, 25 now? And you're 38. Yeah, I can see where the energy level could be a bit incompatible.
That's about it. Pathetic, I know. I recently split up with her.
Uh-huh.
So, the timing was perfect. So I figured I would get back together with you. We're both in our 30s, and a 5-year difference is normal. What's more, you're 33, way past your prime as a woman. You're probably pretty agitated that you can't get married at this age.
So, you're suddenly here to rescue me?
For you, I bet it's a godsend. Admit it. Okay, so let's discuss the details. Give me your address. I'll be right over.
Huh? Why?
Why? Because I'm going to start living with you from today.
I'm already married.
Come on, Sandy, don't be so stubborn.
I'm not being stubborn.
Like I said, this is the perfect time and an opportunity of a lifetime. I understand that we've been apart for 7 long years and you've longed to be with me, but those long and lonely years will blow away after a hot and romantic night with me.
Sorry, did I just roll my eyes out loud?
Come on, no more of your silly comebacks. Hey, Sandy, be true to yourself. Imagine yourself all these years thinking about me, longing for me. Come on, don't hesitate. Let yourself go and jump into my arms.
Not even worth rolling my eyes.
Huh?
You're sick.
Sandy, can't be true to yourself, huh?
I've been trying to be candid as I can possibly be. My true feelings are just not getting through to you. You're the one roaming around in your own little fantasy land, spewing nonsense.
Fantasyland? Come on! I'm saying I'm willing to marry a 33-year-old woman. A great opportunity. At this rate, you'll be living in retirement all alone and nobody to talk to.
I got all that covered. Thanks for your concern.
You're in a dire situation. That's why I'm willing to take you back. Be more open-hearted in your approach to life.
Hey, clean the wax out of your ears. As I said, I'm married. Why are you brushing it off?
Huh? No way. You'll definitely not find too many guys clamoring to marry a 33-year-old past her prime woman.
I've had 7 years. Plenty of time to find a guy. Besides, there are plenty of women in their 30s that are getting married. You're way behind the times.
But they're different. You've been lusting after me for years.
That's what I'm talking about.
About what?
Who said that? Who said I was longing for you, lusting after you?
Huh?
I'm saying, did someone say I was lusting after you for the past 7 years?
Well, our hearts are forever linked. No need to verify our love for each other.
Our hearts forever linked? That link was forever hacked off the moment we broke up.
Come off it! No way!
Okay, one last chance. I'm married, joined in holy matrimony, hitched. How many ways must I say it before you get it through your thick skull?
No way.
I also had 3 children.
Huh? Huh? Kids? 3 kids? Seriously?
Oh, now I get a reaction out of you?
But why? Why'd you have kids? You love me and you go ahead and have kids with another guy? How could you? Why'd you do it? Just because you're afraid of spending your retirement years alone doesn't mean you can throw away your life.
Wow, am I hearing you right? I fell out of love with you a long time ago. The moment we broke up, our love crashed and burned. Extinct. Kaput.
You're not serious.
I have no intention of getting back together with you, even if it was the end of the world.
Jeez, really?
You are really gonna have to do something about that rainbow-colored fantasy land you're living in.
This is not happening. Do you realize I have nowhere to live? I'm homeless.
What are you talking about?
Well, after I quit, I had a hard time getting another job. But Leslie got a job right after we moved to New York, no problem. Being so young, she just assimilated into the whole big city scene. It was like I was caught in this twilight zone. I gradually lost confidence in myself and grew weary of even going out.
Oh, I get it. So Leslie was working and you just stayed home and sponged off her. I'm starting to see the picture. On top of that, she dropped you and kicked you out of the house. That about right?
That's not quite right.
Oh, okay. Were you more like a gigolo then?
That's even worse!
You always shun words that you find inconvenient. You never had the intention to work hard. All you wanted was to live off someone. I bet Leslie felt her career and her life were jeopardized by your presence and just severed ties to save herself. Understandable, IMO. It's not my place to say, but it's a miracle that she was able to last 7 years.
But, I was only trying to...
Hold that thought. You realize you are approaching 40, right?
Huh?
You're 38, out of a job, no home. What the hell are you going to do? Or do you have some reason you can't find a job?
It's not that.
If you're at the end of your rope or whatever, go back to your parents' place or something.
Yeah, but when I quit my job and came to New York, my folks were against it. I cut ties with them a long time ago.
Then go out and find a job.
You make it sound so easy. I have no skills. I don't know what I could do.
You sound like a spoiled little kid. For God's sake, you're a middle-aged dude.
Yeah, but it's a fact that I have nowhere to stay.
Oh, yeah?
Hey, Sandy, can I stay at your place for a couple of nights?
You do realize you sound demented. Of course not.
If your husband doesn't like it, I could go to him with you and beg him. Yeah, let's do that. Give me your address.
No way you're staying over.
Huh?
I have no intention of asking my husband anything.
But please.
Besides, I'm not even New York anymore.
What?
After we got married, we moved near my husband's home in Florida.
What? Seriously? What the hell am I going to do?
Well, first of all, you're nuts to be asking your ex from 7 years ago for help.
But I was only...
But, well, stop. If you got time to hem and haw, go down to the unemployment office and find a job. "7 years ago after we broke up, I was shocked by his nonchalant living in La La Land attitude. I didn't figure he would be even further along than I realized. I heard that he had no choice but to contact his folks. When he met them, he apparently mentioned my name. His mom later called my parents and, evidently, she asked my mom to help her son so if I had an ounce of love left for him. But my dad, hearing about the whole thing from me, went off on her, explaining all the pain and hassle he caused me. Later, my folks got a call from them apologizing for their outburst. I heard that he was now living with his uncle, whom it turns out is a football coach at a local high school. Currently, he's working some physical demanding job and getting a little sense knocked into him."
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Hey, Pam. I was wondering about your answer, to my marriage proposal. What do you say?
That again, huh?
Yeah, sorry if I'm being overly persistent, but it's been 5 months since I proposed, and it's really bugging me. If you have a reason for turning me down, I want you to be honest and tell me.
Well, not sure how to say this, but I still want to make sure, I guess.
Make sure? Huh? Make sure about what?
Yeah, I want to make sure Matt, if you're really good for me.
But now? Do you want me to make sure now? I mean, we've been going out for 4 years now. Are you still not sure? Also, when Carl suggested we live together first, you were a bit wishy-washy about that too. I really would appreciate some kind of reaction from you. You keep giving me the runaround.
Reaction, huh? Yeah, okay. You brought up my brother's name, so this may just be the opportune time.
Opportune?
Okay, I'm gonna be straight with you then. About your annual income, It's way lower than Carl's, right?
Huh?
Come on, it's lower, right?
Yeah, well, I guess. I never really talked about it, but yeah, I guess his income is higher. He works at a foreign firm, and his sales record is way up there at the top, right? Besides, he's like 10 years older than either of us. I've only been working for 3 years, so he's way ahead of me. I mean, it's obvious he would be making more.
Yeah, I guess you're right. My brother, boy, he is really awesome, isn't he?
Huh? Hey, Pam, aren't we getting a little sidetracked here?
Sidetracked? What do you mean?
I mean, Carl's annual income has nothing to do with my marriage proposal to you.
Well, actually, it's got everything to do with it.
Really? Why?
So, that's that, so I'm sorry.
Huh?
Your marriage proposal, I'm gonna pass on it. I'm really sorry.
But why? At least give me a reason!
Well, I have to marry someone that will surpass my brother. I hope you understand.
Huh? Are you serious? That's a little insulting, don't you think? I agree that Carl is a great guy and all that, and I really do respect him, but he's been working for 10 years and I've only been working 3 years, straight out of college. How could you compare the two? Comparing the two of us just doesn't make sense.
But the fact is that my brother Carl is way more awesome than you. You should be grateful. I gave you 3 years since joining the company to make something of yourself. Matt, I really thought you were the one. I was sure you would be able to surpass my brother Carl. But I'm sorry to say that the 3-year wait was just a waste of time. So sorry. I hope you understand.
Are you being serious?
I am, and since the whole thing is off, we no longer have to meet. See ya.
Huh? Wait!
I'm gonna block you. Nice talking to you. Bye-bye. Hey, Matt, I heard. Are you okay?
Hey sis, what's up?
I heard it all from Carl. Didn't really know how I should contact you. Hey, cheer up, little brother.
Sorry to worry you.
And Carl, he feels really bad about the whole thing. It seems Pam has had an almost abnormal love for her older brother since they were kids. He was actually taken aback by the demands. Comparing you to Carl, he's really disheartened about the whole thing. Thinks it's all his fault.
Yeah, I get it. After all, it was Carl who introduced me to Pam 3 years ago. But please tell him it's not his fault. He had nothing to do with it. Tell him not to feel bad about the whole thing.
Okay, not a problem. I'll tell him. Are you... Matt, you really going to be okay?
Yeah, I'll figure it out. Don't worry. My buddy took me out drinking the other day and got an earful of all of my grievances. I'm sure he had a good time. My heart was a bit wounded, but I'm starting to feel better. I'll get over it.
Well, that makes me feel way better.
Hey sis, can I blow off steam with you on occasion?
What? For sure. Blow up all the steam you want. That's why I sent you the line message. Steam away.
Thanks, sis. Really appreciate it. Really. Always so manly.
Hey, excuse me, but I'm a woman.
Maybe I should call you Master Yoda, huh?
Huh? Am I so shriveled up and windy? Well, if you can make jokes like that, you're gonna be just fine, little brother.
I'm glad I talked to you, sis. I feel way better already.
So, I also hear you're coming home at the end of the month.
Yeah, figured I could talk with Dad. He would be able to get me back on track again. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I know what you mean. I guess I'll head home then too. Let's all sit down and have a few drinks. It'll be fun for a change.
Yeah, that sounds great. Cheers!
Hey Matt, it's been a while. There was something I wanted to ask you. Do you have a bit of time?
Yeah, what's up? It's been ages. Can I help you with something?
Yeah, my brother, Carl, he's getting married.
Yeah, I know.
So you also must know who his wife-to-be will be, Michelle, right?
Yeah, of course. Why wouldn't I? Michelle is my sister.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
So I take it you had no idea.
No, I didn't.
When Carl introduced me to you, he said I was his girlfriend's younger brother.
Yeah, I guess I forgot all about that. I got it all wrong. I thought he said you were someone's brother from work.
Yeah, well, my sister works at the same office as Carl. There's no doubt about that. But it really doesn't matter. It's all in the past. So, what is it you want? Alrighty, if that's all, see ya.
Please, wait.
Huh? What now?
Matt, I made up my mind. I decided to accept your proposal.
Huh?
I think we're perfect for each other.
But you rejected my proposal a long time ago. And I thought you didn't want a guy whose annual income was less than Carl's.
Please, forget all that. I gave it a lot of thought, and I came to the conclusion that you were the best for me. If you're still angry that I rejected you, please give me another chance. Matt, would you marry me?
Sorry, gonna pass.
Huh?
Our relationship ended when you rejected my proposal years ago.
Yeah, well, I just rejected the proposal. I didn't intend to end our romantic relationship.
You said the whole thing was off and that we no longer had to see each other. Then you blocked me. Yeah, real romantic. Okay then. I'm gonna block you. Nice talking to you. Bye-bye. Remember that?
Huh? Yeah, kinda.
That's what you said the last time we talked. It was clear at that moment that you never intended to see me ever again. And you insist that our so-called romantic relationship hasn't ended? Please, give me a break. If this is a joke, it's not very funny.
It's not a joke. How could you say that? I really care for you, Matt. That's why I contacted you. I'm being serious, really.
Huh? I see. So what are you so serious about, can I ask?
Like I said, I'm serious about getting married.
I don't think that's it.
Why won't you believe me?
Okay, listen up. You know perfectly well that I'm Carl's fiancé's brother. On top of that, Carl and I are really close friends now. With all that said, you really think I didn't hear?
Huh? I'm not sure what you're talking about. Hear what?
I'm talking about when Carl and Michelle started living together in preparation for getting married. It was right about that time you started harassing my sister. Right?
Huh? I don't know anything about that.
You snuck behind their backs and made yourself an extra key, and then snuck around the neighborhood where they lived, and when Carl wasn't around, you started giving Michelle a hard time, pestering her constantly. What's more, you used that extra key and snuck into their house, rummaging through her stuff, using it without her permission? But I know my sister. She can handle herself just fine. She talked to Carl about that whole thing. As a result, they decided to move. And so, now you're not able to get in contact with them. Did I leave out anything?
No, that's not right. I was only...
What's not right?
I don't want to criticize your sister, but she's got everything all mixed up is all.
Mixed up? Huh?
Yeah, that's right. Totally delusional. I didn't do anything of the sort. What do I have to be shunned when I didn't do anything? Matt, you're really close with them, right? Could you please tell me where they moved to? You tell me and I'll marry you.
Okay, let me get this straight. I tell you where they moved, and as a consolation prize, I get to marry you. Is that right?
That's right. Pretty good deal, huh?
Not exactly.
Come on, Matt. Stop beating around the bush. I know you want it.
Like I said, I'm gonna pass.
Well, that was before you knew that your sister was delusional. Now that you know it was all a mix-up by your sister, no problem.
It's no mix-up. It's fact.
I'm starting to sound like a broken record. I said I didn't do anything.
Let's get one thing straight. Their actions were based on sound evidence. They made sure of that.
Evidence?
They installed numerous security cameras in the house, and Michelle always carried around a tiny IC recorder. So with that, they collected all the footage of you in the house and your nasty comments to my sister. They also listed all the items that were stolen. Michelle took all this evidence and showed it to Carl, and they made the decision to move, without informing you.
But then that means...
Once my sister sets her mind to it, she will not stop until she's 100% satisfied. I'm sorry to say, you are not in the same league as her. I suggest you back off for your own good.
But you can't. If my brother sees all that, all the stuff I did, he'll hate me forever.
Oh, so you admit you did all that stuff?
But I couldn't just let it go. I never expected my brother to get married.
What are you talking about?
I mean, my brother is going to be taken away from me. Obviously, I would try to stop it and take him back. And you too, Matt. You're just keeping up appearances, aren't you? I bet you're jealous as hell that your sister's being taken away from you.
No, not really.
No way! How could you not feel resentful?
Resentful? No, not at all.
Come on, you're lying. Hey, I'm in the same predicament as you. I understand your feelings. We're like two peas in a pod. So, we get married, you tell me where my brother is, everyone's happy.
I keep trying to tell you. Yeah, I am really fond of my sister. In fact, I love her dearly. But, unlike your abnormal brotherly love, or obsession, I should say, I don't go screwing things up for them.
Huh?
Besides, it's been quite a long time since they've been seeing each other. It was like 2 years ago that Carl proposed to my sister.
Huh? That long ago?
They were both pretty busy and couldn't get enough time to tie the knot. That's all. If, as you say, I was so obsessed with my sister, don't you think I would have done something about it a long time ago?
Well, I guess.
What if I did make a fuss and tried to take my sister away from Carl? I can just see you getting all upset with me about hurting your precious brother, right?
Yeah, well, I can't imagine anybody disliking my brother.
Are you starting to realize what you're saying? Everything you're saying is contradictory.
Huh?
You say I would probably be really jealous if someone took my sister away from me. You also say you can't imagine anybody disliking your brother. So which is it? Do you want me to be friends with Carl, or do you want me to hate him? Which is it?
Huh, well, I'm just saying.
And another thing, I consider Carl more than a brother, a true friend. So I'm happy for them, and hope they have a good life together.
But that's...
About my sister marrying, I'm happy for her, but it's her life. She can do how she pleases. But I do know this. I don't want anything to do with someone who would marry me just to get her brother back.
But why?
You figured if you married me, you would never be separated from your brother, am I right? Well, it's all for nothing, actually. I'm already married.
Huh?
I got married earlier this year.
You're not serious. Wait a second. What about me? What happens to me? How am I gonna find out where my brother is? At least have him meet me so we can talk. I'll head over to your place right away.
Not sure that's possible. I moved out of state. With the whole family.
What? Where?
Anyways, I already rejected your proposal, so no need to meet anymore, right? See ya!
Please, wait just a sec!
Bye-bye. Gonna block you. After learning of Pam's abnormal obsession and relentless pestering of Michelle, Carl was furious. My sister took all the evidence she had and showed it to Pam's parents. Pam's parents were very fond of Michelle and liked Carl. They were infuriated with her actions. But Pam, being Pam, felt no remorse for what she did and was eventually kicked out of the house. Pam had quit her job and lived life as what's called a NEET, and after bunking with various friends, she eventually met some guy and started living with him. Turns out the guy was actually married, just living away from home temporarily due to his job or something. After that, all I heard was she got deeply into debt and started working the nightlife, if you know what I mean. As for Carl and Michelle, yep, happily married, and, as was their longtime dream, working and living overseas. Last I heard, they were having a great time over there.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.